and Spirits review tonight from Wiper and True, and it's their seasonal recipe amber ale. Got it from Low Cost Beer. It's one of the draft beers at Low Cost, as you can see, in a little bottle, little Panda Pot bottles. Email klaxon. ABV of 4.8%. What you've got to love about Low Cost Beer, good evening, welcome back, is as a home brewer, you look at the beer, and when it's solid like that, absolutely solid, it means that, you know, it's fully carbonated, and it's you know, as a home brewer, we all appreciate that is good. You know, you don't want to be going to a beer and pushing it like that, and you can really squeeze it, because if you can squeeze it, then obviously there's going to be an issue. No, it's Wiper and True. No, it's not one of mine. It's their seasonal recipe amber ale. It does look like a curd. Yeah, it does. And this is put from their discovery case. So in their discovery case, you get 8 different beers for 15 quid, I think it is. £6.99 delivery, so 22 quid for 8. If you break 40 quid, you get free delivery, so it's always worth breaking the 40 quid if you can afford it, obviously. But yeah, and the beers are so random, and there's some fantastic, they do have a good range. I try and keep away from anything that says sparkling water, but that's come and gone. I don't think he'll have sparkling water again. But I'll just click on the pop-up chat so I can see the chat, just in case anybody slips in and I don't hear them say hello or something. There we go. There we go. Let me just put that on full screen. No, that's better. Yeah, that's fine. That's better. It does. It's a funny old label, isn't it? Panda Pot. Oh! So, a little bit gushy. Bastard. Now, that's the first time I've had one of them do that to me, and I ain't shook the bugger and all. Fuck me. Hold down my fucking hand. Oh, here we go. It's Mount Etna. Fuck's sakes. Hey, if you was a river woman who did that, you'd love it. Hey, fucking gush down you. Whoosh. I couldn't help that. It kind of exploded out of the bottle. Fucking hell. Maybe I shouldn't have squeezed the bottle a few times. Maybe. So yeah, amber pour. Definitely a taste of nuts on the end. Oh, the old one where it blew up. Yeah, I know. Jesus. So, wasn't expecting that. So this is probably a little bit overly carbonated, shall we say? A little fella, isn't it? Right, I'll drink out the bottle then. Will I still drink it? Oh yes. Right. So amber pour, 4.8%. Oh, quite a nice nose actually. Yeah, despite the fact that it's looks ridiculous. I'm not answering that comment. Oh, it's all over me bar as well. Ooh, definitely got a twang to it. Oh, yeah, it's a Mourinho head. Yeah, it exploded on me. Yeah, cracked it open. It. Woof. can't beat a gusher, can you? It's disgusting that they charge the same price, isn't it? If you're going to reduce the ABV, drop the bloody price down. Oh, that sounds absolutely epic, that does. Come on, comments on that side. The cognac and plum pudding. Strongbow was 5%, wasn't it? What's it gone down to? It looks nice. I mean, it was a bit gushy. Can't drink it out of the plastic bottle. It just don't feel right. £10 for a beer. You know, it's got. If you're paying £10 for a beer, you want it to be decent, don't you? 4.5 now. Wow. I mean, I'm not a Strongbow fan anyway, but yeah, it does seem to be the trend. Yeah, I've never had anything like this takeaway jobs. Yeah, the draft ones. No. I've never had one do that before. Yeah, gave me quite the shock. What they do, they squirt it, they fill the bottle up and then they squirt some CO2 or I think some sort of CO2 or something in it, and so it like freshens it up, in other words, and puts a bit of gas in, shall we say, and then that makes it nice and solid. And obviously this one was probably a little bit more solid. It'd be interesting to hear Mr. Low Cost Beer, because he'll watch this when I review it, when I put it on, because he'll know it's one of his. And it'd be interesting to see if he comments. It's, and good evening. Yeah, it's what temperature is it? It's 11 degrees tonight. I've got thermals on though. I've got one, 2, 3, 4 layers. So yeah, it's chilly. Is it chilling? Yeah. Bless you. And that's what I like, beer reviews, you know. That's what I like to do, just be chilled. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Life's about chilling. He did say argon. I mean, I don't know if I read that right or not. He puts argon in. I ain't got a clue what argon is, you know. There's only so much I know. I know what tastes nice, and that's all that matters to me. The Derby one, yeah, it did look good. It tasted good. Got a really good twang to it. Gave me like a barley wine vibe. Obviously, it wasn't barley wine, but it gave me that vibe. Old Rosie. They ought to bring out a Rosie and Jim cider. Rosie and Jim. Yeah. If you're in a shit job, get out that shit job if you can, you know. If you're in a shit relationship, try and get out the bugger or make it better. No, probably want argon then. He definitely said something, I don't know. It's 4.8%. And it's a lively, yeah, Rosie and Jim. Yeah. Although I used to like Tots TV, to be honest. Tots TV. Was it Argos? Yeah. They're at Sainsbury's now. See, that's all beyond me, that is. You know, that side of home brewing and brewing. You know, that's something I don't know a lot about, with what Luke just said. A rose and gin. Bless you. I could have sworn he says argon, you know. Maybe I was dreaming. I'm living life a lot better than I was this time a year ago. Well, no, this time a year ago, I was still on furlough. I was still on a 2-day week. And then this shit happened. Yeah, Homebase was part of Sainsbury's. Yeah, used to own it. Then they sold it off. 4.8% the ABV. So now it's calmed down. Right. Right, it's not all gone. Right, yeah. Maybe I read wrong. Maybe I was reading the wrong comment one day. Me, I like football. I used to like darts back in the day when John Lowe and Eric Bristow. Darts. I used to like snooker years ago. I mean, I used to watch bowling as well. Fucking sad sport that is. Old man's game. Doesn't it? See, I never do any background info before I review something. I like to be like a virgin going in and not knowing bugger all about the beer. Yeah, the red card from the wife, that's definitely the one. Oh shit. Yeah. Don't think it's all gone then. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that. It'd be interesting to see. He might comment on Matt Ellis, the low cost boss. He might comment and actually comment on what it is. Yeah, I've not watched darts for years. And to be honest, these days I don't watch any football whatsoever. Yeah. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, with ABV? Because with ABV now, obviously these days you pay duty, don't you? As far as I understand. So, yeah, we've got a dartboard in the house. It's one of them plastic jobbies ones. I have to be careful with gas in the morning as well. I tell you, oh dear, a bit like this morning. It was a touching cloth situation. But you didn't need to know that. And to the people in the background, you didn't need to know that either, especially if anybody from the family is watching. So yeah, dark pour, dark amber. It's hazy. So one day at the Arboretum, I'm stood by the pond, and we've got a little pond in the Arboretum. It's a pond, aka lake. You know, it's like a half-acre size. And this old lady comes up to me, stands by the side of me, and she just turns around to me and says, "I can see the turtle's head." Fucking hell, I'm fucking dying. I'm like, "You what?" And it says, "Look, the turtle's head." And we had a little, it wasn't a turtle, but it was a turtle family member, whatever they call them. And yeah, what? Terrapin, that was it. It was a terrapin. Obviously, they look like turtles as far as I remember anyway. And when she said about the turtle's head, fucking hell, I was pissing myself laughing. I had to walk away. I couldn't hold my stomach. Yeah. I think it was terrapin. But anyway, yeah, it was like a tortoise. It was a tortoise to me. I don't, you know. And yeah, when she said about the turtle's head, I cried. You know, the comment was just so funny that I couldn't hold myself. I had to walk off laughing. And yeah, I mean, I've seen the turtle's head a few times as well. Maybe not there, maybe not in the pond. But anyway, so yeah, hazy, dark amber port, very lively. There's a maltiness to it. There's a citrus element to it. There's a real twang in the affair as well. Oh, I've got more stories from the Arboretum. If I could only remember them. I mean, some of the stuff I've seen over the years. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I've never seen since. You know, it was a one-off park. You know, there is good lacing, isn't there? It's a nice enough beer. Got some good twang to it. A turtle disaster. I can always remember my mate locking up the toilets. I've got some ex-colleagues who fucking know, who remember a lot more than I do. And, you know, some of the stuff I'd never repeat on camera because it would get us all into trouble. And I'm not going down that route. Some of the stuff that's happened and we've done. And did I tell you the one day, my mate's locking up the men's toilets one day, and the men's toilets in the Arboretum are very well known for cottaging. And if you don't know what cottaging is, then you might need to look it up. Oh, there's worse. He's locking up the toilets one day, stood outside locking up, and this lad just walked by him and grabbed his bollocks. Not that sort of cottaging. He used to live in a cottage. Hey, get in. And this lad walked out, grabbed his bollocks. Don't look cottaging up now. And my mate, he's explosive. And he gave the bloke a good hiding for doing it. And he rang me up at home and says, I'm in trouble. I says, wow, what are you done? He says, I'm locking up the toilets. Some bloke's come out and he's just grabbed me bollocks. And I fucking panned him. And yeah. And yeah, I mean, God, there was loads of stories. You'll have to look it up now. They used to describe the Arboretum toilets as cruisy. Cruisy, if you didn't know, is another basically a word on the internet that means cruisy toilets are the sort of toilets you can go to have meet up with people, shall we say. Anyway, off this subject. So yeah, very lively beer. The only beer I've had from low cost that's done this, where it's spewed over. Has it been too long in the house, in the shed rather? Maybe. Yeah. I'm getting an orange on the nose. Oh yeah, we've had holes in the cubicles. Yeah, that what they call glory holes. So they'll cut out a hole and stick the old wanger through the hole and expecting someone to, yeah, let's not go down that road. But yeah, there was glory holes, yeah. God knows how they fucking drilled out holes in toilets. Yeah. So anyway, I get malty, I get citrus, I get orange. Whether I'm right or wrong, God knows. I've had a few drinks now. I'm at that stage. Depends how big you are as well. Depends how big the hole is. Not every hole is a goal. Remember that. So I was in Sainsbury's the other day, and this is only a week ago. I'm walking around Sainsbury's. I'm walking around Sainsbury's, and we just looks up for a split second. The fuck? Puts my head down. I'm like, what the fuck did I just see? And there's a bloke walking round with a dress top on, just above his waist, with tights on, and basically women's underpants, but quite, what's the word? Not see-through, thank fuck, but certainly lacy and all that. and he was walking around Sainsbury's, and every single, I mean, if whatever you do in your own home's fine, that's up to you. But he was walking around Sainsbury's, and I tell you what, my God, however he got let in the shot, yeah, I didn't really go too far. I didn't really look too much, to be honest. Even my wife, who's even my wife, who's quite liberal, even she was like, "Fucking hell!" And he spotted me, Wraggy. Yeah, yeah, it was an eye opener for sure. So, yeah, great lacing throughout. Nice twangy beer. Not sure I got all the elements. This is the only downer when you're doing 4 reviews on the row. You start to, you know, your taste buds start to get pissy arsed, as it were. I didn't look that much. One glance was enough. It was like shit. And yeah, it was a big lad. Hey. Not going any further. But no one's commented. That's hilarious. I'm waiting for the comments then. It was a big lad. No one's commented. Have the comments stopped? They're not working. Fucking hell. I've either killed the comments or no, or everyone's just totally stunned. That's interesting. Black. Yeah, they were black knickers. Yeah. I've never seen that in a supermarket before. I mean, I've seen student girls walking with leggings on and dressing gowns in Beast and Sainsbury's, and all of a sudden you look towards them. I'm a council worker, ex-council gardener. You notice everything. One look is all you need. And anyway, at Beeston one day, I'm there putting the beers out. I think it was Crabbies at the time. And and I looked at this girl had leggings on, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, and just see straight through the leggings. Everything's on show, and it's like, whoa, not good. Yeah. I like to be covered up. You know, there's anyway, I need to end this review. Yakking. Out of 5 for me, an interesting beer, bit of a gusher. Yeah, there was, yeah, it was interesting. I won't go any further. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, you could see a lot more than what I wanted to see. Yeah, you've got to have a hobby, haven't you? Out of 5, yeah. A twangy beer. Don't know if I got all the flavours. I will check up later just to see if I actually got any of the flavours. Certainly twangy, certainly gushy. For me, ooh, about a 4.0 out of 5. Yeah, the twanginess and the gushiness probably ruined the experience. Yeah, there was some curtains on show. Yeah. Right. Yeah, 4.0. That's it for this review. Need to kill the review off because I've only got about 15 minutes. On to the next review. Oh God, yeah, all the time. Hello, Gemma. Yeah. I just I always go from one to the other. You see a lot. You see a lot working. I mean, I've worked in supermarkets. I've worked on public parks, and you see so much, you know. And I never let it really bother me. But it's always an interesting thing. Yeah. Right. The end of this review. Oh right. Good evening as well. Are you always on the telly? Oh bless you. One does apologise. I do apologise for any profanity. Yes. One does let swearing get away at times. Yes. And let's hope Mr. River Sevens doesn't have a red card tonight. You know, I might get one if I'm late at the house. So I do need to end this review to get on to the last review. A classic's coming. Peroni. You're worse than he is. Bless you. Oh dear. My wife needs to drink more. Then I'd be okay. She won't notice so much. Domestics. Right. Back in 2 minutes, everyone. And thank you all. It's been an interesting one, this one. Cheers.